You know, Governor Hochul's been going around saying that auto insurance rates are too high because there's so many scammers and fake crashes in the system. Well, you know what? Let's take Governor Hochul on a ride on my normal commute this morning. No cuts, no fakery, same helmet, same gray beard, same shirt, same bullshit, same sweet ride. Come on and join me, Governor. Let's see what we find on the road today. Hey, Governor, here's another great scam. No plate and no registration. Why don't you tow away this piece of garbage, because that's what it is. Yeah, another great scam is that, oh, I don't live here, I live in Colorado. Well, yeah, really, you're gonna leave God's country to move here? Yeah, look, show his record, Jimmy. Look, the guy gets parking tickets every a couple of weeks on alternate side. And he's not the only one on this block. Right there's another guy with a Colorado plate. Where do my neighbors live? Play it, Jimmy.
This guy claims he's from Massachusetts.
Yeah, here's another scam, Governor. I need a permit to have a fucking block party, but any asshole with $50,000 can buy one of these fucking souped up death machines, 600 pounds. They don't need a special permit to drive this on any fucking street they want. And am I bitter? Yeah, but that's not the point. The point is these kinds of cars do outsized damage, not just to people they hit, obviously, but also the roads with these big tires leaching into the air and the pollution, etc. But they don't pay anymore. Well, that cost is passed along to all of us. Fix it. You know, in Paris, they at least make the owners of these fucking death machines pay a little more for parking. We don't even do that. It's funny, people are gonna notice, they know my commute, they know I'm stopping every block here. Here's another one of these famous scams, the Texas scam. Yeah, show him, Jimmy, this guy doesn't live in Texas. He's getting tickets here all the time, and he's paying them, and you don't give a shit. It's insurance fraud. The very thing you say you're cracking down on. The only fraud, well, I think it speaks for itself. Here's another great one. You know, remember all those assholes who said, oh, if Mamdani gets elected, I'm moving to Florida. Florida is so great. Well, here's an asshole from the Sunshine State, or at least he claims to be, but he's actually committing insurance fraud, Governor. Check out his record, Jimmy. This guy gets tickets all the time. Why do we even allow this? This guy's a danger to himself and others, especially others. Where do my neighbors live? Here's another one of the great scams, Governor. Police parking. I'm at a police station house in downtown Brooklyn. Here's this guy with a huge Honda. Check out his record. So why do we give this guy free parking and encourage him to drive through our neighborhood when he's got a record of driving through school zones this recklessly? Another scam. And here's one of my favorites, Governors. The guy who covers his plate to avoid camera tickets. There, it's right there in plates. Oh, there he is. Hey, you're covering your plate. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
Because they told me my company don't want to pay the ticket.
Yeah, the company doesn't want to pay the tickets. Well, I don't want you parked in a crosswalk or in a bus lane. Governor! Governor! That's right, Governor. Still in Brooklyn, still finding scams. Here's one of my favorites, of course. The obscured or defaced license plate. Unbelievable. I wonder how much fraud this guy's committing, Governor. Oh, by the way, he's actually one of your court officers. And you know this guy, Governor, I've caught him before. Ohio plates, covered plate, and of course, he works for the Department of Corrections with an expired placard. How is that not fraud? And how is that not costing our system a lot? And of course, the greatest scam, Governor, illegal placard parker. He's in a loading zone, forcing this guy to park in the roadway, which makes roadways less safe, which drives up insurance. So why don't you crack down on your own court officers and the illegal placard parking? Yeah, Governor, I'm finally at work. Jimmy, how many scammers did we document today? And how many do we actually see? A lot more. As far as I'm concerned, Governor, you're not cracking down on fraud at all, and you're not doing anything to lower insurance rates by getting these obvious risks and safety factors off the roads. So as far as I'm concerned, insurance isn't too expensive, Governor. Insurance is too cheap. And I'm Gersh Kuntzman for Old Man Vertical.
Danny has a car and an aunt in Massachusetts. He says the car is hers, insurance he's reducing. The plates on Danny's car have pictures of the pilgrims.